Do you know which ethnic group has the smallest population? We can call them a true minority group. Today, let's count down China's least populous ethnic minorities and see how many you've heard of. 10th, the Russian ethnic group. The total population is about 16,100. The Russian ethnic group are descendants of Russian immigrants, currently mainly distributed in northern Heilongjiang, Ulanbor in Inner Mongolia, and the northwestern region of Xinjiang. As early as the Yuan dynasty, there were Russian legions serving the emperor. At that time, they were called the Simu people. Today, the Russian people still wear Russian folk clothing, drink borscht, dance Russian dances, and make Russian nesting dolls. Some even still speak Russian at home and use the Russian language. 9th, the Uyghur ethnic group. The total population is about 14,700. The Uyghur people originated from the Hu of the Tang dynasty, nomadic tribe. At its peak, the population was over 300,000. Later, for various reasons, they migrated west in 3 separate groups. One group assimilated into the Han people, the second remained in the Xinjiang region, becoming today's Uyghur people, and the third entered the Hexi Corridor area, becoming today's Uyghur people. The Uyghur people today mainly live in the Sunan Uyghur Autonomous County in Gansu and the Huangnebao area of Jiuquan. They speak the Uyghur language and Chinese and are mainly engaged in animal husbandry. Their ethnic clothing features beautiful hairpin hats and long robes with a large front flap. 8th, the Uzbek ethnic group. The total population is about 12,700. The Uzbek people first originated from the Golden Horde of the Mongol Empire. Today, they are mainly distributed in Central Asia, with the largest populations in Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and other countries within China. The Uzbek people are mainly concentrated in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. The Uzbek people speak the Uzbek language and Chinese and practice Islam. Their diet also follows Islamic prohibitions, consisting mainly of beef, mutton, horse meat, and dairy products. Their staple food is naan bread, and their ethnic clothing is characterized by small caps and long shirts. 7th, the Monpa ethnic group. The total population is about 11,100. The Monpa people are one of the most ancient ethnic groups in China. Their origins cannot be precisely verified, but can be traced back to the indigenous people of Tibet 1400 years ago. For thousands of years, they have lived in harmony with the Tibetan people. The Monpa people currently live in the Monyul and Matic regions of the Tibet Autonomous Region. Monpa means people who live in Monyul. They speak the Monpa language, use the Tibetan script, and their culture, beliefs, and lifestyles are very similar to those of the Tibetan people. The Monpa people's staple foods are cornmeal rice and buckwheat, cakes, and they enjoy drinking alcohol and tea. Their ethnic clothing is vibrant and colorful, made with very exquisite and meticulous craftsmanship. It's worth mentioning that the famous Tibetan poet Sanyang Gyatso was a Monpa. 6th, the Orokan ethnic group. The total population is about 9,200. The Orokan people first originated from hunting and gathering groups east of Lake Baikal and were known as the wild people of the northern mountains. It wasn't until the Qing dynasty that they were officially called the Orokan people. Later, the Orokan people lived for generations in China's northeastern region and are now mainly distributed in the Orokan Autonomous Banner in Inner Mongolia. They live in places like Humei and Zunk in northern Heilongjiang. Historically, the Orokan people spoke the Orokan language and had no written script. Today, they mainly speak Mandarin Chinese and use Chinese characters. For thousands of years, they lived in the mountain forests, herding reindeer and living off wild animals. Their most distinctive traditional attire is the roe deer antler hat. Today, most Orokan people have moved down from the mountains and have been settled for many years. Fifth, the Dulong people, with a total population of about 7,300. The Dulong are an ancient ethnic group whose origins cannot yet be precisely verified, but can be traced back to the Tang dynasty at the earliest. For generations, they have lived in the Dulong River Valley area and still reside along both banks of the Dulong River in the Gongshan Dulong Anu Autonomous County in Yunnan. A portion also lives in northern Myanmar. They speak the Dulong language and do not have their own written script. The traditional clothing of the Dulong people is relatively simple, mainly made from striped linen, and is brightly colored. Men usually wear a knife at their waist, and in the past, women had the custom of tattooing their faces, which is rarely seen now. Fourth, the Hezin people, with a total population of about 5,400. The Hezin are a people with a long history, originating from the Session tribe during the Tang dynasty, and share a common ancestry with the Manchu people. For generations, the Hezin have lived in northeast China and are now mainly distributed in the Three Rivers Plain, where the Heilongjiang, Songhua, and Wasuli rivers meet. A well-known location is the Hezin Ethnic Township in Roe County, Shuangyashan. For generations, the Hezin people have primarily lived by fishing and hunting, with a diet consisting mainly of fish and wild animals. Their traditional clothing is also mostly made from fish and animal skins. This is a brave and fearless heroic people, who for centuries have repeatedly resisted foreign invasions. In the 17th century, armed with bows, arrows, and spears, they repelled invading Tsarist Russian soldiers. During the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression, they spontaneously organized the Hezin Anti-Japanese United Army, making significant contributions to the war effort in the Heilongjiang region. The war also brought them to the brink of extinction. By the time the war was won, the entire population had dwindled to just over 300 people. Third, the Loba people, with a total population of about 4,200. The Loba are also an ancient ethnic group whose origins can no longer be verified. For generations, they have lived in the Liu region of Tibet, neighboring the Monpa people. Archaeologists have found historical relics related to the Monpa people in the Himalayan mountain range. Today, it is widely believed that the Loba people are indigenous to the Himalayas, sharing a common origin with the Tibetan people. To this day, the lives of most Loba people are still in a state similar to the late stages of primitive society, and many ancient customs are still practiced. The Loba people speak the Loba language and have no native script, still using wood carvings and knotted cords to keep records until before the liberation. Today, some Loba people are learning to use the Tibetan and Chinese writing systems. Second, the Tatar people, with a total population of about 3,500. The Tatar people originated around the 7th century as a nomadic group that emerged after the westward migration of the Xiongnu. Starting in the Tang dynasty, they were called the Dadan. Today, the Tatar people are mainly distributed in China's Xinjiang, as well as in Russia and Ukraine. The Tatars within China's borders migrated from Russia in the 19th century. The Tatar people have their own language and writing system. They place a high value on education and are generally highly educated. Nearly half of the entire population has a college degree or higher, and they have their own body of ethnic literature. They are especially skilled in poetry and folk songs, and there is a rich variety of Tatar books. These include novels, plays, and even medical texts. Number 11. The Gaoshan people. Their total population in mainland China is about 3,500. The Gaoshan people originated from the ancient Yue kingdom along the southeastern coast. Today, the Gaoshan people in mainland China are primarily found in the coastal regions of Fujian and Zhejiang. The total population of the Gaoshan people is close to 500,000. The vast majority of them live in Taiwan. The Gaoshan people have their own spoken language, but no native writing system. Nowadays, they generally speak Mandarin and use Chinese characters. The Gaoshan people in Taiwan are divided into 13 different groups. These include the Adayal, the Seziot, the Bunan, and others. Each of these groups has its own unique culture and customs. They really are a true minority group. But despite their small numbers, they continue to pass down their precious ethnic culture and carry on their group's unique traditions. Alright, this is Shuangzi. Don't forget to follow. In the next video, we'll look at the 10 most populous ethnic minorities in China.